Well, collectors, here we are again. Today is the 23rd of October, and we're going to do another unboxing video. But before we get started, I wanted to introduce you to my wife, Marie.
Hi.
Say hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie. Hi, collectors.
She puts up with a lot, as you know, because this is not an ordinary life that we lead, but you got to give her a lot of credit.
We managed to have some equal treatment.
Equal treatment, that's the answer. And you saw, I think, Charlie before, and my one dog, and this is Marie and I's other dog, Samantha. And we thought we'd get their attention with a couple of cat snacks, which they shouldn't have. We have cats too, but
that'll be on the next
Charlie? One. Hey, hold on there, Samantha. So that's Samantha and Charlie, and this is Marie. And now we'll start our unboxing video now that you've met the whole family.
Yes.
All right, collectors, we'll get started on the unboxing video. And before we do, I just have one thing that I want to mention here. A British collector from Liverpool wrote me that his son Joe is turning 17 years old, and he wanted me to wish him a happy birthday, which I'm glad to do. I understand that Joe is a budding collector and he loves history, and he also watches all of our videos, so that's a good thing. He says he's learning a lot from them, and his father in his email said he is too, so we got a double dose there. So happy birthday to you, Joe, and hope to see you when you get older, when you have lots of money or whatever. I'll be glad to help you, or even if you don't have lots of money, I'll still help you. Happy birthday to you. And another thing I want to do before we start with the unboxing, you'll remember last time, let me get these pieces. In the last video, one of the items that was sent in to us was this DLV glider pilot dagger. And you'll remember in the video that I was saying it looked a little odd, and I thought, well, gee, maybe it's an odd maker or something like that. But you know, when you see things that are odd, it's good to stop and check them out. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because this piece, as great as it looks, is a terrific reproduction, and I'm going to show you with an original example why. So just hang on a minute here. Got to get my cigar lit and my first sip of the day. Got to have a drink to get enough fortitude to get through these things. So cheers to you all. Ah, yes, that's a good one. Now, when you're looking at this, you're probably thinking, wow, how can that be a reproduction? Look how good the fittings look, and the leather, and the strap. Well, we're going to put a piece next to it that's an original piece, and you're probably still going to say, well, gee, I still don't see the difference. Well, here's what you want to look at. Number one, the thing that originally caught my attention to the reproduction is the fact that the screws in the scabbard are regular dome head screws that we would see in an SA scabbard. Normally, that's not the case with DLV daggers. If you look on the original piece, you can see the screws are not round heads, round dome heads, they're flat-headed. So that's something, when you see something odd, you want to look further. All right, and looking further into the picture here, if you look at the original crossguard, you'll notice that the reproduction is very, very similar to it, but It's also a little bit smaller, just minutely smaller. I think you can see that if you really look closely at the two. And also the swastikas are a little different. The reproduction swastika is just a tad wider than the original. Can you see that? And then something that caught my eye too. This is an original short hanger, the way they should be. And if you look at this short hanger, what you'll notice first is that the leather, of course, has never been used, which is kind of odd. If you examine something where the leather goes through the carrying ring, there should be some signs that there was tension on it, which there is no sign at all here. This one has a look of being brand new, whereas a normal one, you'll see how the leather forms to the roundness of the ring. But then also, there's two nickel discs on originals that hold the leather together with two rivets. See what that is? It's on both sides. Now, if you look at the reproduction, the disc is not nickel, and it is thinner than the original, as well as having different size rivets. You see how the rivets are smaller than the original? The scabbard also is a reproduction. It's very well done. Minutely, you can see small differences in that the lines are not as deep as on the original decorative lines. And the blade, in the case of this example, it's marked with Wyersburg. But usually when you see a Wyersburg logo, you'll see it further down on the ricasso. So that logo is a little misplaced. And the blade is a very good copy. It's very well done, but it's still a copy. The pommel is also, you'll see differences in the execution of the pommel. This area here is wider than it is on the reproduction, and this area here is wider than on the reproduction. So this is a very, very cleverly done piece that would probably pass muster to 98% of us. So sometimes you really have to be on your toes because reproductions are really starting to get good. So I hope that was of interest to you. And I want to show you something else also that recently happened here. This dagger, what we call the social welfare, only because it has the round holes in the scabbard. In reality, the round holes were just a different way of one producer making their scabbards, but we call these social welfares. But this looks like a reasonable piece at first glance, I'm sure. Nice grip and porta-pie and so forth. But what we have here is, again, something that's probably, in my mind, what happened. I think that the original crossguard that was on this dagger probably got broken. This oval area here is very fragile on original Red Cross pieces or social welfare, and we see this break many times. So most likely this collector that had the dagger wanted to do something to replace what he had, and originals are just not to be had. So what he did, this crossguard is actually a reproduction. The grip is original, the pommel's original, the scabbard's original, the blade is original. But if you look at this, I'll pick this porta-pie up a little bit. Take a look at that crossguard. First of all, it looks like it's silver plated, and originals were nickel plated. Now we put this original next to it, and you can readily see right off the bat, see, this is smaller. The oval disc is smaller than the original. The eagle has nowhere near the definition in the wings and the head that the original has. Can you see that? And also the patina to it is not something we would normally see, so we know there's something odd with the metal mix. So this is a very subtle thing. It's would be pretty easy to make a mistake on it. In fact, I can admit that I made a mistake on it and didn't realize it was a reproduction until after I bought it. I'm going to eat this one though, because everything's good except for the crossguard, and I can always use good parts. But it just shows you always have to be on your toes. Nobody's perfect in this business, and I tell people a lot of times I have a whole closet full of mistakes, and you got to just keep learning from each one. This is the first time I've seen a reproduction crossguard on a Red Cross social welfare dagger. So I hope that's of interest to you. Okay, we'll start here. Start with this first box. Pretty heavy. Must be something good in there. There are a lot of bricks. Hope not. Let's see here. I got a good sharp razor knife this time, and hopefully it'll do the job. Yeah, well, here we go. Well, good. That's a letter. Always like to get a letter in the things. And a good piece of cardboard to protect everything. See, some bubble paper. Well, I like the way this man did things. See, there's two daggers in bags and inside cardboard, and then padded all around. That's a good safe way to pack things, and it doesn't look like a nightmare for poor old Wittmann to figure out what's in here. So let's see. I lost my cutter already. What the devil did I do with that? Oh, here we go. Alrighty. So let's see what we got here. There might be something more in here too. Something more in here too. Alright, we'll get to that next. I hope that's it. Feels lighter now, but let's look at these daggers first. I guess they're daggers. They're in dagger bags. Okay, I like that bag. Let's see what we got here. Oh boy. Wow, this looks nice. Yeah, we got a real early Imperial naval dagger with a beautiful ivory grip. Wow, look at the color of that grip, huh? And look at that pommel in the crown shape and the capstan cross guards. And it's really a lovely piece. Wow, the back is really pretty too, with the age in the ivory. Look at that. Wow, that's great. Let's see what the blade looks like. Aha! It's a damask blade. It's got a little age in it, but it's not too bad. Beautiful Damascus pattern. look at the other side. And see, there's a little bit of age in there, but that happens. But still a very nice piece. This would be a model 1902 officer dagger. So I like that. And let's see what we got next here. It looks like there might be some paperwork involved with this. Is there a name on this that I'm missing? Well, I must go to something else, but let's see what's in here. Oh boy. Wow. There's another lovely imperial piece. Yeah, it's also has an ivory grip and a beautiful large size crown. Has the figure 8 type scabbard bands on both sides. See, there's a little hole here. You'll see this on Imperial Navals sometimes. That was where a little screw went so that the pommel wouldn't come loose. It's kind of a good idea. You also see on Imperial Naval crowns the cross should not be sharp at the top. It should be almost flat. And the reason for that was so that when the dagger swung, it wouldn't cut the beautiful wool cloth of the naval frock. And let's see what the... Oh, this is a beauty. And also a damask blade. Beautiful condition. Just mint. It's got the old turn of the century WK&C knighthead on it. Yeah, that's a very pretty. Oh, and a distributor on the other side, GB and S with crossed swords. We see that a lot, and it has the spring type blade release. So that's quite a beautiful piece here. And there's paperwork here, so one of these daggers must be attributed to someone, and I'll have to look into that. And let's see what this is here. This is some type of a Luftwaffe document, but it looks it's quite interesting. It looks like it was given to a Fallschirmjäger man, all sealed and signed. It's a pretty nice thing. And wow. And here's what goes with it. A Fallschirmjäger medal with the gold eagle. Looks in nice condition. Yeah, it appears to be original. We'll get it checked out, but it looks original to me. Very nice looking Fallschirmjäger. So that makes for a very nice display for someone. Wow. First time I've seen one of those documents. I don't know whether you guys have or not, but okay, so that was some interesting things to start out with. And we'll go to our next box. Just zip these up here a little bit so they don't get out of order. Let's see what's in here. I guess I better put that away too.
Oh, Dad, put the medal with the paperwork.
Oh, I forgot that, yeah. Don't want to forget that. Alright, now we got a long box here. Wow, time for a sip. This man put a lot of stamps on here, and it looks like he got to the post office and they said, no, you owe another 88 cents. So cost him quite a bit to send that. It says open this end. That's always a good idea when you're sending something. If it makes a difference, put which end to open it on. Avoid trouble. Okay. Now let's see what we got here. A lot of packing paper. Oh, here, and a letter. I like that. Let's see what we have here. Looks like some more daggers. Well, we all like daggers, I hope, so here we go. Oh, I guess he ran out of bags for that one. Yeah, that seems to be it. Sorry about this mess. And of course with this tape here, everything sticks to it. And I'll put the letter in here so I don't lose that. I think that's the letter from the other man. And let's see what we got here. Looks like it could be some interesting things. Oh, good, more socks. Here we are, we're getting these socks off. This looks like a nice later produced army dagger with a beautiful grip and what we call generic A fittings. And let's see if we got something inside here. Well, nice blade, which is unmarked. And that's what you see with a lot of later produced pieces, but it's really in mint condition and, well, a little bit of age here, but not bad. So that's nice. Let's see what's in the next sock. It looks like I got a pair here too. Boy, I'm in business. Wow, look at the patination on that one. Wow, I love that. Look how dark that is. That's a generic type crossguard too, with a beautiful white grip. A nice early scabbard. A good portapee. Oh, beautiful blade. This one's unmarked also, but again, terrific condition. This one would have been earlier than the other one. You can tell by the, this is really great silver plating, whereas the later ones were nickel plating. And the patina and all is really beautiful. Look how the crossguard wreath has stopped the air from getting to the silver there. It's kind of a neat thing. So they're both nice daggers. Let's see what else we got here. Well, another good pair of socks. Well, this looks like this guy liked army daggers. Yeah, this is nice. It looks like a Holler or a Horster. It's got a nice silver, early silver, beautiful grip. Looks like there's a name there too that's just kind of lightly engraved on there. Yeah, but no maker on this one either. So there you go. But again, high quality. The scabbard looks like it could be a WKC because it only has one screw. That was what they did. But a lot of companies bought scabbards from other producers, and when you see no maker type things, they can have a lot of different makers parts on them. But that's a pretty dagger. Let's see what the next one is. Another beautiful grip, beautiful patina on the scabbard. This one looks like it's going to be an Alcozo. See how that pommel juts way out? That's a typical Alcozo sign, and it looks like an early Alcozo eagle. And well, I hope I'm right, but we'll see. Yeah, I guessed that one right. It is an Alcozo. It's an early one, just like I thought. And the blade looks really, really nice. Beautiful. And see, with these real early Alcozos also, the pebbling is very, very fine. Much finer than the Alcozo did on their later products. And these are typical Alcozo screws. It's funny too with Alcozo, they seem to be the only producer that use screws with a smaller bore than everybody else. So if you lose a screw from an Alcozo, you can't replace it with a regular Army dagger screw. It won't fit, it's too big. You have to find an Alcozo screw. So those are, oh wait a minute, I missed something here. Ah, even better. Albert Cole. He was a big distributor for Alcozo. And he sold so many daggers that Alcozo let him have his name etched onto the blades. They were a retail store where you could go in and buy your uniform and accoutrements and so forth. So that's by far the best dagger in the group, and that's a real killer there. That in that condition, and it just has everything going for it. Oh, that cigar has something going for it too. So we'll look at the next. Oh no, we got one thing more here from this man. Let's see what he favored us with here in this newspaper wrap. Hope it's something nice. Ah, we didn't get off easy. No, we didn't get off easy. This is going to be a tough one to untangle here, but let's see what we can do. There's no real key to opening this. Just have to be very delicate with the razor. We don't want to go through to anything. But it looks like we even got a sock inside of the bubble wrap. So this man thought a lot about this dagger. Didn't want anything to happen to it, which is the right way to do things. And let's see what we got here. Well, we had 4 socks, now we got 5 socks. What do you do with 5? Maybe one didn't get dirty one day and you could save it and put it with this one. Who knows? Stupid stuff, I know. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is kind of nice. It has the man's name engraved on the crossguard. Very nicely done, professionally engraved. With a nice portapee. The portapee's interesting too. You'll see this once in a while. It's got some gold weave in the stem and the slide. And let's see who made this one. Another flat out mint blade. This is a Horster piece, and the blade is solid mint. So that's a good
See
evening.
the cross guard again.
Yeah.
The back.
The back. How about I put it over here where you can... Not that good? So these are all Army daggers that every one of them has a stone mint blade and beautiful fittings, and it shows that the man that owns these has a lot of good taste, and like I keep saying, try to buy the best that you can, because it'll pay dividends in the future for you. I'll put these other things away now for now, and we'll go to the next box. Let's see here, try not to wreck too much here doing this. Alright, that's good. This is good. Put this back in the box here. Okay, so there you go. That was your Army dagger lesson for the moment, and don't know whether we'll get more of them, but we shall see. Okay, let's see the next box. Let's see what this is. This is a dagger that was sent to my buddy Andrew Gates in England. Andrew and I do a lot of business together. We have a joint account in America, so he's able to buy things in America, pay for them with an American check and so forth. So he has them sent to me then, and then I forward them on to him. But first he likes me to take a look at each thing that comes in to make sure that it's real. And if not, then I send it back for him too and get his refund. So let's see what Andrew invested in this time. I hope it's something good. Well, this guy packaged it very well. Oh wow, look at that ring around there. That's kind of a good thing, you know. You figure if the box gets a little bit crushed, this is here to protect it. I like that. That's pretty good thinking. First time I've seen anybody use that. I like that. Well, let's see what we got here from here. Uh-oh. I hate saran wrap, but let's see if it'll come apart without having to cut it open, because it's murder to... Yeah, we're going to be all right here, I think. Well, that was a lot of packing for a bayonet. But let's see what we got here. It looks like the scabbard might be a blued scabbard. You don't see that too often, and it's got a nice maker marked frog on it. I think the hilt looks fairly decent. It's got a little scratch here, but let's see if there's anything on the blade. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Zerinnerung on meine Deinzeit. So this was a blade that the Army NCO or enlisted man had made in order to commemorate his service time, and I don't know whether he was too cheap to have the factory engrave it on there, or maybe he found a man that could engrave it on cheaper. I don't know, but you know, those were the times, so we see that. And it's also interesting too that the trademark is an Asculip. I don't think I've ever seen an Asculip bayonet before. Maybe some of you guys have, but that doesn't ring a bell with me. So that's kind of an interesting bayonet. Oh, it has a yeah, there's the Asculip name on the reverse also. So that's kind of an interesting bayonet in that the maker we just don't see for bayonets, and the fact that that some soldier had the standard remembrance engraved on the blade. So I hope Andrew will like that. He'll be able to watch the unboxing video, and I'm sure I'll hear from him whether he likes it or not. I'll let you know. Hopefully he will. And again, I like this idea, but that's a good idea, wrapping that around the item to protect from the box being crushed. All right, now, oops, stepping on the bubble paper, you know how that is. Let's see what we got here next. This is a very light box. Now, hope it's not full of just tissue paper. We'll see. Yeah. Hope for the best. You know, they're in America, they're going to stop making plastic bags at the supermarket, and of course that'll be a real inconvenience. But when they do that, I don't know what people are going to do to pack daggers with, because boy, do we get a lot of plastic bags. They're nice and soft, and they make a good packing material. Let's see, we got some stuff here. I guess it's all in this one bag. Let's see what we got in here. Aha! Oh yeah, this looks nice. Two things. Oh yeah, well there's a real mint sports SA sports armband. Look how the white has kept its original whiteness. Usually they, over the years, they tone. So this one has really been stored nice over the years. It probably has a issue tag in it. Yeah, it does. It's got the issue tag. And we see a lot of these sports armbands, and collectors ask me sometimes, what the heck were they for? Well, it's my belief that, you know, the SA sports badges, everybody had to get one of them for physical conditioning. And I think once you passed your test, I think you received this armband. And that's why we see a lot of them that don't look like they were ever worn. It was just sort of like a little gratuity or congratulations to maybe go along with the SA sports badge. That's just my theory, but that's a really that's the best you'll see in an SA sports armband. And let's see what this is. Yeah, this looks like a podium banner. Yeah, it is a podium banner, and it's for a veterans league. You see, this banner would be put in front of the podium. It's got 4 rings here to attach it for the speaker. You know, I'm sure veterans leagues, they probably had monthly meetings, which were probably just excuses to drink a lot of beer and talk about old times. But it's the same as in America with the Masons or whatever, any of the clubs that men go to, golf clubs or whatever. But that's really a nice banner, and the reverse of it is nice too. It's in a blue color. That's very desirable. The condition of it is perfect. So I like those things. You like those things, guys? They're not bad, huh? Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, before we go on, I just wanted to mention this painting was done of my father, Edgar W. Wittmann, when he was in the U.S. Army during the war. And at the time he was a sergeant, as you can see, but he later went to OCS and became a lieutenant. So I think the painter made his nose a little bigger than it was, but I don't know. But it looks like him. Good old Dad. And then I also wanted to mention, talking about dads, many of you collectors know my friend Mike Polizzi from Rochester, New York area, and I just wanted to extend my condolences to Mike. His dad passed away yesterday, and His dad was 88 years old, so I'm very sorry, Mike. All right, we'll go to the next box now. I have a pretty big box here, and it's pretty heavy. And this one, let's see, it looks like it opens from this side. Yeah, this one comes in from France. So we'll have to see what's in here. This may take a minute to open here. It looks pretty well wrapped, and but we'll see here.
Here.
Can you get those over there, Rob?
Yeah.
All right, Rob, don't cut yourself. That looks good. All right, success. Except there's another box here. Oh boy. Well, I know you guys like to watch me struggle with these boxes. Robbie helped me a little bit. We shut off the camera, and we finally, after opening this big box, this is the thing in the middle. So let's see what this is. It's really heavy. Well, even this isn't going to come out very easy.
Careful.
Oh, looks like we got some signs here. Yeah, some street signs. I always like these. We saw a lot of signs here at Wittmann's. I think I won't bother to take the wrapping off, but you can see it's a Adolf Hitler Strasse sign. It's in really good condition. Just has the usual rust on all the corners. And let's see, I'll put that here. Oh, this looks like a more interesting one. Yeah, this is an NSKK with a motor storm unit on it. That should be really good for NSDAP, NSKK collectors. I like that. Haven't seen that one before. And we got one more here, or two more. This one we'll have to open because we can't see what it is. Oh, this is really cool. Beautiful colors. Wow. SA-Mann. Der Zeitung der Braunen Army. The Brown Army was what the SA called themselves. Isn't that cool? Man, that's neat. It's a little rusty and beat up, but it is what it is. And boy, that's a great sign for an SA collector. Back's not too much rust on it. Boy, I like that. That's cool. That's really cool. And let's see what this last one is here. This one's all bundled up too, so I'll have to open it up so you can see what it is.
Busting up pop-ups.
Yeah, watch out for pop-ups. Picture there. Wow, this is a nice one. Oh, I haven't seen this one before either yet. Wow, it's in great condition. Bismarckstrasse. Really nice condition. And a little different from normal signs. It has folded over edges. A little more deluxe pattern. Yeah, I like that a lot too. It has a raised lettering. The lettering's raised, what you want to see on original signs. And yeah, that's well, that's a pretty good package. There will be people out there that are interested in these things. Okay, collectors, we'll go to the next box. Need some gas in that baby. Need some gas in me too, I think, but here we go. I hope this isn't getting too long for you guys. You know, it takes time to do all this stuff, but we're doing the best we can. Alright, got a little there. Well, looks like more daggers. Wow, a lot of them too. Wow. Well, let's see what we got here now. I'll try to work faster because I got 2 more boxes from the same person, which I guess all have daggers in them. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, well, this is going to be a dagger from Sewell. Boy, look at the condition of the original hanger and the belt loop. See how the leather matches? Those have always been together. Great anodized scabbard, beautiful grip. Probably TH marked. Yeah, TH Torrigan. That was the area where Sewell was located. So, and beautiful. These grips were made of walnut because in Sewell they made a lot of guns, so they used the gun stock wood. Ah, just beautiful. Just perfect. A great essay. They don't really get any better than that. Yeah, it's Wilhelm Kolber. Really a nice Sewell dagger. Alright, and that's a one. That's a great piece. Somebody collecting mint essays, that is really beautiful. Wow, this looks nice too. Wow. Look at the gilt on the pommel of the second model Luftwaffe. Really, really great. Look at the airplane gray. It's just perfect. See how it all matches. I mean, this dagger does not even look like it's been issued. And the hangers, interesting rivets. I've never seen that. 2 rivets at the top instead of 1. And the hangers are mint too. They never looked to have been worn. Ah, just fabulous. Let's see what the blade is. Wow. It's a mint FW hauler. Absolutely perfect. It looks like an unissued dagger. Doesn't get any better than that, collectors. Especially with that gilding. Wow, that gilding is just tremendous on the pommel. Well, this guy has good taste. No question about that. Let's see here. Yeah, this is very nice too. It's got a real dark patina. Look at how deep orange that grip is. It looks like a WKC Eagle on it. Beautiful set of straps. Look at with the buckles on the top, and wow, what a gorgeous early Army dagger. Look at the blade is just it's absolutely brand new. It just is beautiful. Wow. And who made this? Yeah, I was right. It's a WKC. Wow, what an incredible early piece. Absolute finest quality. Tremendous. Scabbard is perfect. Just perfect. On these real early WKCs, you'll see 2 screws in the scabbard. Later, they're 1 screw. But wow, that's a treasure, that piece. Yeah, I told you this guy had good taste. Wow. Let's see what else is in here. This is the Alcozo High Lift. See how the wings on the Eagle go way up in the air at the top? And then the Alcozo pommel that flares outward. See that? And just beautiful condition, because this pattern didn't come out until 1941, so they were late. But yet, it's really rare to find one in this perfect condition. Wow. Let's see what the blade looks like. Oh, it's got some kind of an etch on it, which is also marked Alcozo. Well, we'll have to look at that one. It's sort of odd to have an earlier Alcozo mark on a later high lift fittings, and the etch is maybe not as deep as we like to see, but we'll look at it. The fittings are certainly beautiful. Don't know about that blade. Alright, let's see what else we got here. I'll put these back for the moment, because we have two more boxes from the same collector. Okay, we're going to go into the next box from the same collector. He's selling his father's collection here, is what he's doing. His father is now not with us anymore. Let's see what we got here. Looks like a whole other box of daggers. Now we're getting a lot of free bags here. Always like that. Alright guys, you ready for this? I know it's taking a long time, but I'm doing the best I can. Trying not to bore you. That's what I needed. Alright, let's see what we got here. Whoa! Alright, okay, this is a beautiful piece, a Tino enlisted man. What we look for on these is the amount of silvering or nickel plating that remains across the hilt. And this one looks to be 100%. And then we also look to see if the factory darkening is between the gear wheel and around the gear, which it is, and also the darkening on the Eagle, which it's all there. And you can see the paint is still 100%. And then it's got a frog on it. And what's great about the frog too, you can see the buttonhole is still intact. 50% of the time this buttonhole will be broken. So it's really rare to see a Tino frog in that condition. Oh, and the blade is just, I mean, this guy really collected beautiful things. Look at the condition of that blade. Absolutely mint. Fantastic. And then it has the Eichhorn trademark and the Tino Eagle on it. Yeah, this is a...
Can you check the numbers?
We can do that. Yeah, we should check that. It's numbered 5588 on the scabbard. And let me look here. Yes, sir. 5588 is etched on the blade under the cross guard. So that's what you want to see, matching numbers, and that's really a great piece. They don't get much better than that. So you guys looking for an investment quality Tino, this is it. Alright, that's one. Yeah, this guy had good taste. Very good taste. Oh, another army dagger, but again, very beautiful. Perfect condition. Nice patina. Beautiful scabbard. No lifting. Nice hangers. It's got the generic A type crossguard, so it could be any kind of maker. Let's see what it is. Oh, another fantastic blade. Let me take a look at this one. It's, wow. It's a WMW Waffen. They didn't really make any parts, so you would expect to see generic parts on their daggers. That's a killer there. It's really, really nice, and WMW is not something you see too often. And with the hangers and all, that's a great dagger. Very, very nice. Let's see what we got next here. Oh. Boy, this is I think this is going to be an SMF. We'll see, but I mean, boy, look at the gild on the pommel and the deep orange grip, beautiful portapee. The airplane gray on the scabbard with the aluminum bands. Typical SMF stuff. I hope it is an SMF, but we'll see. And also a great set of deluxe hangers. And on the other side, it's got all the gilt too on the pommel. And I like to look at the panel on the back of the crossguard to see the amount of airplane gray. And you can see here it's just hardly touched at all. So this dagger was not worn much. Let's see what the blade is. Better be an SMF. Wow, it's beautiful. Let's just see. Ah, thank God it is. It's an SMF with a Waffen-Amp. And with SMF Luftwaffe daggers, they always have, I shouldn't say always, there's never always in this hobby, but 95% of the time they'll have nickel-plated blades, not polished, and they'll be Waffen-Amped. So this is, that's the best you can get in a Luftwaffe dagger. Absolutely marvelous. Just really, really desirable. Boy, for somebody wanting the best in the entry-level daggers, they don't get any better than that. Let's see what we got here. Oh, a bayonet. All right. I like the knot, all green with a yellow stem. Kind of an interesting knot. And a nice plating to the hilt. It's got the red felt in there. A really good frog. And the scabbard is just about mint. Paint is gorgeous. Let's see if there's anything else here to look at. Oh yeah, should have known. Alright, well, this is an Army type etch. And it has the open-winged eagle on one side and the Army helmet on the other side. Just look at the detail in that helmet with the standard remembrance. And notice how beautiful the frosting is also. And this one is made by the E&F Horster firm. Let's see if there's anything on the other. No, the other side's plain. But that's a real cherry there. Very nice dagger, complete with everything. Very nice bayonet, I should say. Yeah, all right. Like I say, this man knew what he was doing. So we'll put these away. And I got one more box, and I suspect there's going to be all more really good things. So stay tuned here. Hope we're not taking too much of your time. Here we go again. Let's see here. Yeah, have a little drink. Yeah.
It's too bad that wasn't a police bayonet when the cop car came roaring by.
Yeah, it'd be perfect. Remind me to put some gas in that later, will you, Ob?
Sure. What kind of lighter is that again?
I don't know. It's a good lighter, though. Dunhill. Works good. Had it since 1972. Ain't many things made that you can use for all those years and they still work. Well, here we go again. More dagger bags. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this man makes it easy on me here with the packing. So let's see what we got to conclude this collection. By the way, this is just the first of many more things to come from this collection, so I'm very enthused to see what's coming so far. Wow. Wow, this is something you don't see very often. Yeah, collectors, this is a first model RLB officer. Let's just take a look at it. It's got good tone fittings and leather and yeah, it's made by Wiresburg. It's nice to see one with the original hanger still intact. Looks like a good piece. The grip leather looks just a little too grainy to me. It's possible that may have been replaced.
It's coming out real blue. The scabbard.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, the scabbard leather is a little grainy too.
Might be a recover.
I think
The whole thing, yeah.
possibly is a recover. And I'm not too thrilled with the hanger either. The hanger has been redone. The leather is not original here.
Well, we'll take a look at it later.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right. It's a real dagger, but I think it's had some
Issues.
restoration. Let's just say that. Okay, here we have a really cherry bayonet. Wow, with a brown frog. That's really an incredible frog. It's kind of like a K98 frog, but boy, it's really really a beautiful frog, and the plating is exceptional throughout the hilt. Let's see what's inside. Oh boy, yeah, there we go. It's the Eichhorn 3219 etch pattern. Eichhorn sold a lot of etch bayonets, and most of them will have this pattern with the two Wehrmacht eagles that flank the standard remembrance. Beautiful blade though, absolutely mint, and plain on the other side with the Eichhorn trademark. So, but that's a nice thing, very nice thing. Let's see what's next. Oh, another bayonet. It looks got really a good hilt again, and very nice frog, and good original scabbard paint. And let's see what's. Oh, it's a. I think it's a. Oh, it's a Grafrath. Gebruder Grafrath. Collectors like this long open-winged eagle. That's really a good looking etch. And then in memory of my service time underneath of it. Very, very nice bayonet in mint condition and desirable with that real long open-winged eagle. And lastly, what do we got here? Feels pretty heavy. Oh, I see why it's so heavy. All right, collectors, here you go. You don't see many mint RADs. Boy, this one is really a screamer. The paint is magnificent. The fittings are really nice. And no dents under here, which you see a lot of times on these things because they're so heavy and klutzy. Yeah, that's a nice. It's got the spanners and the blade is very very beautiful. It's a Carl Julius Krebs. The one thing that I can comment on that this screw is original, but these screws are not. These are dome head screws, and RADs will normally have the flathead screws like the one that's up here. So those 3 screws have been replaced, but I guess that could happen. It's still a beautiful piece. And the hanger, wow, look at that. The hanger has the buckle with, it actually has the man's monogram on it. I've never seen that before. That's really cool. Any of you guys ever seen a monogram on a snap clip? I never have. I like that. And the clip has got the H and Company markings on the back, and the reverse leather is a brown color with a 1937 stamp in there. So this is a really terrific RAD, and we should be able to find some original RAD screws to replace these replacements, but other than that, the dagger looks really good. So with that, that'll wrap up our unwrapping, if you will. And we got some things coming up. We're going to a show tomorrow, Sunday, and we're also going to see another collector and maybe get some more things. And next weekend we're going to go to a show in Gettysburg. It's a Civil War show, but you never know, there might be something there. So hopefully we'll have some more things to show you then. And thanks for bearing with me. I think we saw some cool things again, and we'll see you next time.